and the numbers counting. These are just some of the thoughts that are going through my mind at this moment when I see this. And if you're, not keeping up with the news, don't have the news channel on, and sometimes, it's kind of a good thing just to step away from the news, because a lot of the news lately hasn't been all that great news, to be honest with you. But this is, disturbing. It upsets people. People makes them nervous, makes them uneasy, don't know but this is terrorism. These bombs could go off. We don't know exactly if they could or if there is a design flaw. We don't know what the deal is, but the FBI, supposedly, from experts on television, have been studying this stuff meticulously down to the very ink on the actual mailers to know where it was, picked up, possibly what printer it was printed on, and just stuff that you wouldn't think about, and even down to the DNAs and fibers and things like that they can trace back to that individual or individuals that are actually doing this right now. I would imagine that these individuals, and that's what I'm going to call them, again, I'm not law enforcement, but I just think there's more than one person. Something tells me. I could be wrong, but I think there's a group of people that are doing this, and I don't know what's next. They say a second wave today. They're calling it the second wave. What happens over the weekend? I don't know. But I'm just saying, folks, be careful. There could be somebody, lurking that looks at this and says, you know what, you can go on the internet and you can learn how to build a bomb quick. But they are disturbing pictures graphically to see this happening. And then you see what a police presence brings. And there's, hundreds and hundreds of vehicles, just holding up traffic in Manhattan. It just inconveniences. You got to clear out Time Warner Center. I mean, that's imagine 30 Rock. You got to clear out, where NBC is or Fox News Channel or anything like that. But yikes. Let's pray that the FBI and local law enforcement officials and Mr. and Mrs. America, somebody spots something. And they always say, if you see something, say something. Folks, if you're listening and you suspect that somebody that might be doing this, listening on radio, and that person, turn them in. Because what they're doing is terrorizing, upsetting people, and again, taxing the valuable resources of our law enforcement officials that really have much better things to do right now to save children, get drugs off our streets, get terrorists off our country, get illegals out of here, et cetera, than deal with this crap. Donald Trump, shifting gears here, is considering an order to block the entry of these migrants, this caravan that you've been seeing marching with thousands of people of Central Americans making their way towards the U.S. border. Now, this action, if it's implemented, would effectively bar those seeking asylum from entering the country, and that's exactly what they want to do. Now, the Dems are going to use this to their fullest advantage, showing how calloused Donald Trump is. Look, Barack Obama and ICE had raids all the time in U.S. cities all across the country. This is nothing new. When you're illegal and you don't have proper documentation, you don't belong in the country, you should be sent back to the country of origin. And I'm not being calloused. It's just we can't take in everybody that wants to come into our country. We absorb more immigrants, folks, and just listen to me very closely, more immigrants than any other country on the planet. We do. There has to be a time where resources are limited, and they are, where folks that have been over here, living over here, can't even get the same help, can't get a job because the jobs are not available. It just affects the economy, it affects the life, the security, the well-being of every American that lives over here. And how dare anybody accuse Trump of being calloused of this particular thing? You can accuse him of anything, but it's just not factual. It's not living in reality, if you will. I prefer the land of reality. I know it's a strange place, right? For most of you, you like the land of reality and not fictional character. If you like fake news, you know where to get it. Fake News Network, 24 hours a day. By the way, when we come back, Megyn Kelly, she's getting the axe from NBC. I used to like Megyn Kelly. Seriously. I liked her reporting when she started really getting in, and I'm not saying that she's not a good reporter. What I'm saying is when she started landing into Trump, very ugly, blood from the eyes, and this just very condescending. And, remind me of Shepard Smith. And yet, she tried to play conservative, and then she had liberal leanings. And then, of course, she just died after Murdoch offered her, it's just ridiculous amount of $23 million, and then decided she wanted to go over to the Peacock. Well, the Peacock is getting rid of her, and a convenient way of getting rid of her. How bizarre. And, you're not going to believe what it is. It has something to do with blackface. If you haven't heard of it, we'll break it down. Have the audio clip so we can put it into context, which is always good. Get it directly from the horse's mouth, if you will. By the way, we have the HUG initiative still going on here at For the People, which means help us grow. And that's with our advertising campaign, so we can get onto more stations. And we could definitely use a little of your help. And you can give us a hug, a virtual hug at forthepeopleshow.com. That is our website, and our podcasts are on there, our affiliate list of radio stations that we're currently on, and you can always shoot us an email as well as social media on Facebook and Twitter, and you can keep up with us on any of those social media apparatuses and weigh in on anything that we're talking about. And when you do weigh in on the conversation, you get so many other people around the country of like-mindedness, you can make some friends too, and talk about some of these very issues. And if you want to start a thread at forthepeopleshow.com, you can do that. Talk about the caravan, talk about the bombs. Let me know if I'm on target here. If I left anything out, you can weigh in, and you can be a superstar at forthepeopleshow.com. And then, hashtag immediately, hashtag talk to Keith Allen. That's our Twitter account. Hashtag talk to Keith Allen. Allen's ALAN. And then at Facebook, it's For the People Show. Yeah. Or forthepeopleshow.com. And all these web addresses, some of you are just so savvy you get it the first time, but others admittedly, have just decided because, the grandkids have been on you. I got to learn this internet thing and get it under control. I met this 80-year-old lady. I was so impressed. She had a grasp on all of these things immediately and asked me, "Are you on all of these?" And she immediately went on, subscribed to every single place that you could possibly find For the People. That's the way you keep up with things, man. Don't let technology rule over you. Keep up with the technology, then you can remain young forever. What happened to Megyn Kelly? Where is she going? What does she want? She actually has a request. We'll be back with more For the People.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It was a huge pill to swallow. Being told that you would never breathe on your own, be able to walk on your own, or being able to feed myself on my own completely changes you. You have to realize who the new you is while living with the limitations that you have on a day-to-day basis. I was sitting on the couch contemplating, is my life really worth it? Wounded Warrior Project showed me that I am worth it. My first event was a soldier ride in Seattle, and I got to ride 50 miles on a hand cycle that I borrowed from them at zero cost to me. All I had to do was show up. I'm so thankful that Wounded Warrior Project was there to help me. Being able to open up and not having to re-explain everything that's going on in your life because they get it. I know of no other veterans organization that has been able to help me get to where I am now. Where I started off barely being able to move my arms to now being able to walk without holding on to anything. I am living proof.
Go to IamLivingProof, WWP.org. Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, patriotic as can be, in featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com.
For the people is there.
Your American Heritage. His little ship was called the Half Moon, and in it, explorer Henry Hudson discovered New York Harbor and the river that was not yet named the Hudson. Later, in 1611, a howling winter wind trapped his ship in the blue-fingered ice in Hudson's Bay. In the summer of that year, his crew mutinied, and Hudson, his son, and 7 other men were set adrift in an open boat without food or water. They were never seen again. This has been Don Keyes with a charcoal sketch of Henry Hudson, yet another page in Your American Heritage.
Be sure to tune in for Your American Heritage, each For the People broadcast, or at forthepeopleshow.com and on our proud affiliate stations coast to coast. Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Keith Allen and For the People, thanks so much for joining us. And thank you, yes, so much for your emails, your phone calls. And so many people are just trying to keep up with so many of the things that are just happening. Vote. You got to get out there. If there's early voting, just make sure you get it taken care of. And gosh, can you believe the end of October is here? And November 6th is right around the corner. I mean, yeah, vote. Make sure you get out there to the polls. Donald Trump a little concerned about the blue wave in Florida. Seriously. I mean, the 2020 election, the cycle is going to be here before you know it. And I was just reading an article before we get back into the subject at hand, Megyn Kelly, but just wanted to mention this because we got, big races around here, and in Florida, big gubernatorial races happening here. And again, the White House, you got to forward think, and in politics, you got to be forward thinking. And Trump is like, you know what? I got to put some backbone into Florida because, my election in 2020. So it is both my hope and my expectation that the president will be in Florida so much between now and the election that Floridians will be hearing "Hail to the Chief" in their dreams. Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida told Politico. The president is planning, at least from what we understand, 2 more visits to the state before November and the November 6th election. Most people familiar with his plan said that the cabinet members are expected to visit as well. There's also discussions about a robocall campaign featuring Trump and presidential text messages going to go around the state for residents who have yet to cast absentee ballots. And then, in addition, Vice President Pence, Counselor Kellyanne Conway, campaigned this past Thursday, support Representative Ron DeSantis in his race for, again, the governor, and Governor Rick Scott's campaign for the Senate. So, lots happening. You got to get your friends out, and we gotta make a difference because we cannot lose seats, folks. this would be dangerous. And believe me, the Dems, if one thing they're doing now, and I think that they've realized that they have to do, is they need to mobilize like they did during Obama. They need to get together in great numbers. And from Dems that I